So yeah, thanks very much, Ewan, for asking us to come and talk. I'm going to tell you a bit about what Graphic Design Festival is all about, and then break down what's actually happening in 2016, which is our third event now. So I wear two hats. I'm the co-founder of Graphic Design Festival Scotland, and I also run a design studio called Warriors, which I was happy to see local heroes just there, which we're also a part of. And if anyone's tweeting or has Instagram or anything like that, we're on @GDF Scotland. So it might make sense for anyone that doesn't know what Graphic Design Festival Scotland is to tell you what it is. It's a programme of workshops, talks, panel discussions, exhibitions, live projects, competitions, music and murals that we organise every year within Glasgow. And yeah, it started off as a 5-day event while we were still at university. My partner and I, Beth, we were looking for something really good quality, something big and something that kind of stood for what we stood for while we were at university, that we saw happening all over Europe, but not necessarily on the scale we wanted in Scotland. So we organised a 1-day event which quickly became 2, 3, 4, 5, and it's now a 7-day event taking place in October every year. This is a photo of one of the days last year. We're really chuffed to say that it's now the biggest design event in Scotland, and we think the largest graphic design event in the UK. And the whole point of us doing it was that we wanted to meet other designers. While we're at uni, we didn't know anybody else that did design at other universities. We had never met any other design studios in Scotland, and we wanted more than just a retweet or something happening online. We wanted a kind of rich experience and a proper community to get built, so that was kind of our plan. Yeah, we wanted to offer a place for people to learn. We also didn't think that the lecture hall kind of format or a lot of what they did at university really worked, especially as a creative person. Like sitting in a room listening to someone in front of a lecture didn't really do it for us. So we wanted to organise an event that was really hands-on, where people would come and make stuff together, collaborate with people from around the world, and learn from who they're inspired by and learn from the leading people in the industry. So this year's programme is between the 17th and the 23rd of October, Monday to Sunday. Hopefully we'll see some of you there. Oh, there we go. Cool, so just going to talk you through the timetable and let you know kind of exactly what's going on this year. So Monday we kick off with a conference. Tuesday we have what's called our live project, and for the first time this year, Shorts Film Festival. Second day, on the third day and the Wednesday, we have the live project and the live project presentations, 1-day workshops, 2-day workshops, a launch party, 3 international exhibitions, drinks and music, a conference and panel discussion, and this year for the first time an after party in collaboration with our friends at 12th Isle. So I'm going to talk a wee bit more about what these events actually are and who the people are that are involved with them, because the best part of the festival are the amazing people that we can find and bring together. So on the Monday, we have a conference called New Worlds. We've invited people that we think are really at the forefront of their field and people that we think are doing really innovative work. So at the top right is a Paris-based organisation called WikiHouse, who've developed an open source system for people to download and locally manufacture their own homes and their own buildings, which we think is an incredible step forward. Bottom left, Global Trend Forecasters, the local laboratory based in New York and London. They basically work with global brands and huge companies to see what's happened in the past and learn from it and project their next campaigns in the future. So they're going to talk about how they harness these global trends for the brands. And the bottom right is one of my personal favourites this year. It's actually a side project and kind of a side collaboration between two really incredible designers. Alphonse Hickman, who's the Senior Art Director at Projects in New York, and Tim Heckerman, can't remember exactly his second name, who's one of the directors at 2x4 in New York, have this side project where they've created algorithmic programs that generate design and almost remove the need for a graphic designer in the process. In particular, they've got one called Mark Maker, where you enter data into fields and it will generate your logo for you, and you can edit how the generator's responding by choosing what you like that it's making, and it will refine the design live for you. So it's, yeah, we might not have a job in a few years. The Tuesdays where we're trying to connect with young designers and bring industry and education and recent graduates together, because when we were studying we felt such a huge disconnect. We had no idea how we were going to get a job. We were so inspired by some of the studios in Scotland, but didn't have a clue how to meet them or how to do anything with them. So the format of this project is basically around 140 participants will work on a live project over 2 days with 12 of Scotland's leading design studios, offering one-to-one advice and mentorship on the project. And then at the end they'll present their work to a panel of internationally renowned judges. Well, the shortlisted participants will, I should say. So within each group, 2 will be selected by their mentor studio to come on board for a work placement with the studio that they've been working with, and then present to the judges the next day. Then later on Tuesday night we've got shorts. So if anybody makes short films, or there are any animators here, please submit your films. It's an open call, and we're going to curate a selection to showcase on Tuesday night. I should say, along with our friends at Pretend Lovers, who have been fantastic in helping us set all this up. And Wednesday is the second day of the live 2-day project, where all the shortlisted participants present their work to the judges, and then we have lots of food and lots of booze at the end. Taking you through a kind of chronological journey of what happens, just because that's what makes sense to us. On the Thursday we have the one-day workshops, which are predominantly Scottish designers. So at the top left we have Codebase, which is the fastest growing tech incubator in Europe, which fortunately for us is in Edinburgh. We'll be doing a web development and digital workshop where you'll be able to build a simple website in 1 day. At the top right, our friends at O Street in Glasgow will be doing a branding workshop, and at the bottom, letterpress legend Alan Kitching will be doing letterpress and creating custom monograms. And here we go, talented man at the top left, Kieran, who I think will be speaking shortly after me. Incredible sign painter, so he'll be doing his thing. The top right is Good Press Gallery, who'll be doing a publishing workshop, and at the bottom left, STV Creative will be doing creative advertising, and the bottom right, MacLab will be doing 3D printing and digital sculpture. So the Friday and the Saturday of the festival are where we bring the people that we think are doing the most inspiring work from all around the world to run 2-day workshops. At the top left is Mirko Bosch from Munich in Germany. We'll be doing a poster workshop. Urban Outfitters will be doing visual merchandising and creating commercial spaces. The bottom left, Studio Koto, based in London, who recently rebranded Gumtree and Airbnb, will be doing a branding masterclass. And the bottom right, Nuvu, who are a super cool illustration collective based in London, will be doing an illustration and publication design workshop. At the top left here, a Danish art direction duo whose work is somehow at the same time like super sharp and like really intelligent, but also quite playful and quite daft and quite silly. They'll be doing a 2-day workshop on art direction. The top right, DDG, Design Displacement Group, are a collective of about 10 to 15 designers based all over the world who are kind of questioning the current design approach and trying to rethink the current discourse of graphic design. They practice what they call post-signature, where work's created collectively as opposed to individually, and nobody in the collective takes ownership over the work, but rather all of the work is, standoff, it's created collectively. So we're looking forward to what they're going to do. At the bottom left, Swiss type masters, Grilly Type, will be doing custom typography, and at the bottom right, I think are arguably the biggest advertising agency in the world, Whedon and Kennedy. I was super chuffed to hear this week that they just won the £60 million contract for Sainsbury's. So yeah, it'll be cool to see what they do. So on the Friday, after all these 2-day workshops have kicked off, we have a big launch night where we launch 3 exhibitions and announce all the winners of any competitions that are involved with the festival and get absolutely steaming. So one of the workshops that we have is an international poster exhibition. The competition just finished, unfortunately, so I can't ask you to submit anything, but the past couple of months we run an open call competition where anyone from around the world can submit work that they've done in the past year, and this is then judged by ourselves, and this year Unfun, an amazing agency in Germany, Lamin Kirk from Switzerland, and Etienne Hervey, the creative director of Chaumont Design Graphique in France. So between the 4 of us, we'll curate 200 of these top posters to be shown in the Lighthouse for a month. So looking forward to that this year. So Put, the Danish design duo, art direction duo I spoke about, will also be having an exhibition spread throughout the entire building with little interventions and sculptures and little pop-up things, so it'll be sick to see what they do. And Design Displacement Group, the collective I talked about who practice post-signature, are going to have a group exhibition as well in part of Gallery 1-2. And I think from what they've told me so far, it's going to be a kind of 4-way projection audio-visual thing, so yeah, I can't wait to see it. And this year, for the first time, we are having an official after party. Last year at the launch night of the Lighthouse, I think it was 1:30. The security were still trying to get people out, and it was just a complete nightmare. And yeah, so we're properly moving that into the art school this year to make more of a night of it. And our friends at 12th Isle have curated a series of guests to come over and DJ. So from Amsterdam we have Red Light Records and Music from Memory, and from London we have Going Good. And also from Amsterdam we have Lullabies for Insomniacs. So we have a whole list of international DJs who are going to be playing at the after party this year. The next day, while everyone's recovering hard, the 2-day workshops will get wrapped up. And then the following day, to wrap the entire festival up, we have a conference and panel discussion with all of the international studios who ran 2-day workshops. And I've spoken about this full design programme. Parallel to this entire design programme, we also have a programme of music. So alongside all of the events that happen and all the workshops that take place, each day is curated by a different collective or a different record label or a different, just a different group. This year we have Sub-City Radio, Rubadub Record Store, Handpicked, an instrumental hip hop group, our friends 12th Isle, and Ransom Note, a London-based music media outlet, who will each be curating a day of music and guests to come in and basically create a soundtrack to the day. And this year we'll be recording all of this music into mixes that you'll be able to listen to after the festival. Murals is another thing that we do every year. This year we have no walls, no locations, and nowhere to do them, but we have plenty of people who are up for it and want to do it. So if anyone has any walls or any locations that we can paint some murals, send me an email please, info@gdfs.uk. And yeah, we've been an independent festival for 2 years. This year's the first time we got public funding, so really proud to be on Scotland's Year of Design, Architecture and Innovation. Infinite Eye provide us with all of our tech support and do all of our web development. Mohawk, New York-based paper company, we're producing a bespoke publication with them. Glasgow printers, J Thompson's, do all of our printing. GF Smith Paper, The Skinny, Promotion and The Lighthouse provide the amazing venue, which this year we'll be taking over the entire building from ground level to top floor for a week, and then half the building for a month after. So yeah, because we're graphic designers and we love what we do, we design a new identity for the festival every year. And just to make things easy, we completely redesign the website as well. So each year we approach a different design studio to take on this battle with us. This year we did it with Daniel and Greg at Freitag Anderson. And basically, to cut a long story short, our vision was aligned and then it went miles away and it was a complete battle and we were completely fighting with each other over what we wanted to do. And it got to the stage where both of the work that we were both trying to create was actually not as interesting as the battle between us. So we started documenting this harsh friction and filming all of our Skype conversations, recording every email, saving every little bit of shit design that we were trying to force on each other, and ended up with an identity that reflected the kind of energy and collaboration that the festival is actually all about. So we ended up designing 15 posters to go along with it between the two of us. We managed to finally agree on something that we were both into. And to extend that collaboration further, we actually made all of the source files for the entire identity public online, so people can download and redesign the poster themselves. So if anyone fancies a shot, please do it. We're uploading these onto the website just now, and we're going to curate a selection of these to actually be printed in the final run, so you could actually help us design our identity, which would be super sweet. These are some people. So this is on the left is a guy from Canada, and on the right another girl from France who submitted these recently. So it's mad to see our work just being used and made with other people. And I love this as well. Someone took screenshots of our emails, an apology email we sent to Daniel and Greg apologising about our brutality and a crit, and they've made our brutality will smash your collaborative process. Oh, wrong way. Yeah, cool. And just to finish on a high note, some things that we're super happy about from the last few years. We've had more than 20,000 people at the past 2 programmes, more than 9,000 posters submitted from around the world. About 26% of people that come to GDFS to participate come from all over the world, from Japan to the States to all over Europe to Scandinavia, and online that extends even further to 41%. And through the live project, which I spoke about earlier, 41 people have been offered work placements across Scotland, and 6 of these people are now in full-time employment as a result. So thank you very much, and yeah, oh fucking hell, I always forget something. The website. So our website is gdfs.uk, and social media at GDF Scotland and #GDFS. So thanks very much. Thanks.